I went to school and it was like a school of gangs already, like two-sided, black and Afghan. So I had to be in, saying black, otherwise I'll get rushed all the time. It's like I didn't choose this life; it kind of chose me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even meant to be. It wasn't a burglary. I didn't burgle anything. It was a low-key party. And then something happened. We ended up fighting in there, and then the guy basically who rented the place said that they stole my stuff and they beat me up. So they're like, "You come from Somalia." That's what they said in the court. You come from Somalia where there's no law. Here there's a law. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. People like, yo, this shit, you ain't getting out 3.5 years. You do maybe double if you're lucky. Yeah. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not gonna be one of them. I'll behave. It's not hard to behave. I'll just go somewhere, one of the wings calm, and then just go somewhere like steady or something. You know what I'm saying? I had plans. 8 years, bro. And you know what? Like the last 2 years of that sentence, of that 8 years, yeah, I didn't do nothing wrong. When I signed the paper, bro, within a week I was in Somalia. That was the most craziest thing. It's fucking dangerous, bro. You get, it's crazy down here, bro.
Delighted to be joined by my brother in Somalia, Maslah Hassan. Hass, how we doing, my brother?
I'm good, bro. We said.
Yeah, very good, brother. So yes, people, I've been trying to get this man on the channel for years. Finally, I've got him on. So yeah, I want to know a bit about your story, brother, how you ended up getting deported back to Somalia, and talk to me about your IPP sentence and sort of what happened when you came to England, how it kind of went wrong and you ended up in jail.
Yeah, I'll just start from like, you know how what I went in jail for. I went in jail for aggravated burglary and what you call it, and drugs.
How did you get involved in trouble when you came to England to start with, though? How did it go wrong?
I went to school and it was like a school of gangs already, like two-sided, black and Afghan. So I had to be in, saying black, otherwise I'll get rushed all the time. So it was already like it was already, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it's like I didn't choose this life. It kind of chose me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's madness from the moment you landed. And whereabouts did you land in England? Or where did you stay in England? Where were you?
Northwest London.
Yeah, so there's obviously a lot of gang problems in London, especially Northwest London. So was it, I bet you didn't expect London to be like this when you got here. You probably thought it was going to be all peaceful and tea and crumpets and all madness like that, didn't you?
Yeah. But it's all right, though. Like, I got used to after I got kicked out of school. That's when I started liking it, you know what I'm saying? But before that, though, I didn't actually like the country because, you know, like you come out your yard and everywhere is just empty. You know what I'm saying? You have to go to like all the way to, you know what I'm saying, the main road. And then that's where you see people, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, at the beginning, I didn't like it. What the fuck? What happened? Where's the people that made? But anyway, cut a long story short, I ended up getting 3.5 years IPP.
But how did you get involved in such serious stuff straight away? Like, you got caught with a pistol.
Straight away, I've been doing like other shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been also with gangs and shit, but as I've grown up, like, you know, like 17, I realized, yo, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't getting me no money. Being in a gang ain't getting you no money. So I ended up linking up with one guy from Holland, Somali guy from Holland. And then we ended up going to Scotland. So I was in Glasgow, you know what I'm saying? Obviously doing my thing.
Hustling up there.
So it got hot over there, so I had to come back to London.
Okay.
And obviously that's why I had to, you know, start from bottom again. But yeah, so I ended up getting done for drugs and aggravated burglary. So I got, cause I was 18, I got 3.5.
Okay, but talk to us about the robbery or burglary. How it happened? What happened?
That was a party. It wasn't even meant to be. It wasn't a burglary. I didn't burgle anything. It was a local, you know, like a low key party. And then something happened. We ended up fighting in there, and then the guy who basically who rented the place said that they stole my stuff and they beat me up. So it kind of went like aggravated burglary type shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like straight up though. Like we didn't plan to go there and rob him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just, but yeah, it was just a bad, like it was just a bad timing.
Yeah, I've been in them ones before. So,
Yeah. And then I didn't even know that was the case. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that was the case that the police are looking for me and shit. After a day later, like I was in Southampton, and then my mom calls me like, "Yo, what the fuck have we done? Like the police kicked in the door this morning." I'm like, "What? What the fuck did I do? I didn't even do nothing wrong." You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But yeah.
And how did they get your name? Did the guy know who you were to give your name, or was it fingerprints? What was it?
Yeah, the guy, I didn't know the guy, but obviously the people that I was with, one of the people knew him in it, so they ended up saying all the names, you know what I'm saying? And then I came back like 3 days later, back to London, and then straight away they catch me in it. I wasn't even at home. I was in the area.
And how bad was the burglary though? Did people get hurt? Because wasn't it an aggravated burglary?
Yeah, the guy lost a watch, expensive watch. I don't know who took it, but I never took it. You know what I'm saying? So I basically there was a lot of drugs in the yard. I didn't know until one of the guys showed me. So I took like a nice bit, you know what I'm saying? It's like a 9 bar and a bit. So yeah, that's where it started from.
Did you hurt him?
And I didn't do nothing to him.
Did anyone hurt the guy?
Yeah, he got beat up. He had a black eye and everything. And there was a girl in the yard as well. She locked herself in a room. You know what I'm saying? Saying I was she basically feared for her life and shit. See, basically they made the case like it was something big.
Shit. And had you been to prison before this?
Yeah, before that I've done 6 months for fighting.
What, young offender? Yes.
Yeah. I hit someone with a metal bar.
Okay.
Like, yo,
So
they're like, you come from Somalia. That's what they say in the court. You come from Somalia where there's no law. Here there's a law. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right.
yeah. And so going back to the burglary case when you got arrested, did you end up getting remanded?
Yeah, I got remanded in Feltham.
And how did you find Feltham? It was rough fighting every day, or were some of your boys in there?
Nah, it was fine every day, but for me it was good because I had my people down there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's right next to you. Obviously it's in London, so I knew more people in there, so I was calm. And then, but I didn't know about this IPP thing though. When I got it, that my colleague was just worried about this shit, but I just took it like, yo, after my 3 years and all, it's all right. I just
Yeah, like everyone though, you didn't understand the seriousness of it or what it meant, did you?
yeah. So I just want, yo, hit the gym, learn something new. Not saying maybe come out, like, kind of, educated.
And had you dropped out of the gang by now, or are you still part of the Black Snags?
No. I dropped out of the gang way before I went in jail.
Yeah, so in jail then, you didn't have any problems with gang stuff in jail, having to fight for that sort of shit?
I had 2 fights, but it wasn't something major, you know what I'm saying? There was no people after me and none of that shit.
Okay, so talk to me then when about you starting the sentence, the IPP. Obviously, you must have been on, like we said, you're on remand, and so by the time court case come, got 3.5 years, you must have thought you're only going to have to serve like 18 months or something, surely.
Nah, I knew like it was the full 3.5.
Okay.
So like if I do all the courses, then I'll be out.
You know when they sentenced you, did you hear the 99-year license bit?
Nah, none of that shit. They didn't read out none of that shit.
No.
And yeah, I found out like obviously people told me this, so I thought like I'm not gonna be like one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. People like, yo, this shit, you ain't getting out 3.5 years. You do maybe double if you're lucky. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not gonna be one of them. I'll behave. It's not hard to behave. I'll just go somewhere, one of the wings calm, and then just go somewhere like steady or something. You know what I'm saying? I had plans.
Yeah, it's super hard.
Don't work like
yeah,
that. Yeah,
to not have any trouble in jail for 1.5 years is impossible.
nah. When after 3.5 years, I went to my first parole. They came out with like 5 pages of me doing all this type shit. like fighting, disrespecting the cops. It was too much. I didn't even know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they gave me an extra year, and then that's why I went in adult, and that's how I met you.
You got moved to Bullingdon.
And you know, well, it was fun though. Do you know what? Yeah, while I was there, I was having fun, bro. I thought, you know what, the sentence already is what it is, so I might as well just, you know, forget about, you know, outside world. I just live in, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was just chilling, you know, like I was good.
Yeah, you're a bare, happy, positive person, even with what you had going on. Good energy.
Yeah.
And we had a good time. There was lots of good people there, weren't there?
There's a lot of good friends down there, man.
Loads of good Marlies there. There's like a gang of you.
And you know what? That because I was within the group, yeah, that got me into a problem. So when I got to the next parole now, they were saying I was in the gang. You know what I'm saying? They said I was the leader of the gang on the wing.
But
And
what,
there was a lot of people getting beaten up. And I wasn't. I was just, you know, what I'm saying, I was just chilling with the man because
yeah.
obviously that's where I belong. That's where, like, you know what I'm saying, I have some type of, you know, like, familiar with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was just normal. That was normal settings. There weren't no gang on there. There was just the man, them, all the good people, and that was it.
They didn't see it like that, though. They didn't see it like that, bro. That got me an extra year.
So it's crazy. They could turn down parole just on intelligence, not even because you've done a crime or you stabbed someone. They can say, we think you're this or we think you're that. And you've been rude a few times.
They were saying the red band people was working for me. You know, I had it was just too much on them.
But you know when you when you get a parole turned down, it must be devastating.
Yeah, because obviously you had plans of going out and shit, going to DCAT, and he already told you people, and you know what I'm saying, like everything was just like it was just planned in your head. Everything is planned. Like there's no reason for you to get knocked back.
But you know when the judge gave you the sentence, did he give you a deportation order with it?
Nah, that came after. Like, when I was in, they come see me. They're separate. They come see me, and they're like, "Oh, we're my."
You are unlucky then, because more time it's the judge that gives the deportation order at the time of sentence. So you're unlucky to get that.
Yeah, nah, they didn't. But anyway, what happens now? The last one, you know, like you said, that you just said, like, it must have been devastating, you know, like the first time when you get your parole knocked down. Bro, it was like, the last one was like, it was the last, it was just like, I couldn't take it. I was with a girl at the time, and then she basically, you know what I'm saying, like, supposed to come see me on DK and everything, and we planned everything. And then, when I got knocked back, obviously we had to break up because now it's just taking year after year, and then it's waiting for me.
And it's fucking madness. I want people to understand, when we were in Bullingdon, you obviously knew they were trying to deport you now at this point. And you're on an IPP sentence where you can't get in any trouble, but you have no money. But you're trying to sell drugs to try and get money to pay for lawyers to stay in this country. But if you get caught, you're going to get a knockback. It's like a fucking catch-22. You can't do anything right.
It's crazy, bro. You can't do nothing right. That's exactly how it is, bro. That sentence is crazy, but people, I was strong enough, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't, like, thinking about it.
No, you're a very strong person. You've got a strong personality. You look good. You're happy every day. You're positive. And there's a lot of people, it's fucking fully broken. I know it must have been hard for you, but you're stronger than most.
I met people, bro, like, always, you know what I'm saying, being on the watch. You know, like how they're trying to kill themselves, so they're always, like, night watch, you know what I'm saying? It's just like they're stressed. They're mentally fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can't handle it. There's guys in there 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and then even that, for me, there was an exit. They can't exit because, like, they were born in Britain, so they can't get deported to nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's so unfair. And you must have been...
Yeah, and you know what? They don't do nothing wrong. Like, it's one of the, you know, like just a guy who's just a calm guy who don't do nothing wrong. He goes to the kitchen, he does the red band, everything, and then he still gets knocked back. So you're thinking, if he gets knocked back, what do you think is going to happen with me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm also just live it up until, and then the last parole, like I had the plan anyway. If I get knocked back, you know what I'm saying, I'll just sign the paper.
But how did you keep so positive, Hassan, during the time when I was with you? How did you not lose the plot?
You know what? Because I wasn't dwelling on it, you know what I'm saying? And I had that, you know, people supporting me, you know, my family and a girl that I was with at the time. So what happens now? The last, you know, when I've signed the paper, bro, like to get deported.
Yeah. And so, Hassan, how long had this been at this point of your 3.5-year sentence then?
Huh?
How long had it been when you agreed to sign the paper? How long had you been in jail?
8 years, bro. And you know what? Like the last 2 years of that sentence, of that 8 years, yeah, I didn't do nothing wrong. I was clean. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, when I signed the paper, bro, within a week I was in Somalia. That was the most craziest thing. I thought I've been deportation sent up for a bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is what I interviewed someone else this week and said, like, you know, when you signed the paper, you must have been happy to be leaving jail, but you didn't know what you were going back to as such because you were a child when you left Somalia. And like you said, you signed the paper in prison. You've been in there 8.5 years. Within 1 week, you're in fucking Somalia.
Yeah. Bro, I was happy as fuck, bro. But I ended up going to an uncle that was fucked up, you know, like one of them old people, you know, like they just have them like rigid rules, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I ended up leaving. I was there with him 2 months and then I left him.
How much money did you take back to Somalia?
They gave me $100 bill.
Crazy.
I feel like giving it back. But they didn't actually give it to me. The security guards that was in the airport, they gave it to me. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, so how is life now in Somalia?
You know what? Yeah, it's just you feel like a outsider type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just you don't.
Do you talk different to the way you've been in England now? Do you talk differently the way you've been in England? Can they tell you've been in England?
It's like you can't understand them, and they think, you know, they look at you like, yo, they must be like, he must be crazy or something, or you know what I'm saying? And then it's just a culture in it. It's like, yo, like you just can't mix. No matter what you do, you just can't mix with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just hard in it. But
how dangerous is it there? How dangerous is it?
It's fucking dangerous, bro. You get, it's crazy down here, bro. They just, you know what happened? What's going on right now in the city? Yeah? The government said, yo, they have to put CCTV in all the shops. And then the terrorists are saying to the shop people, you can't put the camera. So now they get killed. Like a week ago, 9 people got deaded up because they put camera in their
Who
shop.
are the terrorists? What are they called?
Al-Shabaab.
Okay. And so how's your life been then? How long have you been there, Hassan?
I've been here since 2018.
Fucking hell, it's gone quick. So you've been back here 6 years already?
Yeah, bro. Time. But you know what though?
Tell us about your life, Hass. Have you been working or anything?
I'm not gonna lie. Listen. The last 4 months, apart from the last 5 months, yeah. Before that, I was having fun, bro. The whole time, the whole 6 years. I got married. I now got 2 kids. I got married to another one, divorced her. I went to what you call Addis Ababa. That's another Ethiopia. And I was there for a year. I had a good time down there. I was in Nairobi for a year and like 4 months. I had a wicked time down there too. And you know what? Right now,
Why did you come back from Nairobi?
you know, family problems. You know, it's just inside type shit. So, but I'll be going back there because now I got the, you know, like the citizenship.
Okay. And what's that shit everyone chews out there?
Cat. That shit is not for me. That shit is fucked up. I see the old people, you know, the people who's been chewing for like 30 years. Bro, you look at them, it's like they're basically a crackhead. You know, when you see a fiend, if you see a fiend, you're gonna try to crack. Nah. Because you know you're gonna end up like them.
And what does it do to you though when you chew it? Does it make you lively or does it chill you out like weed?
You just on a fast track. It's like coke. Exactly like coke.
Okay. And do you know in terms of living in that, where are you now? Mogadishu?
Yeah, I'm in Mogadishu. the capital.
Okay, and so in terms of like surviving, in terms of eating and stuff like this, how do you survive on a daily basis?
You know what? Yeah, it's like I'm trying to get back to Nairobi because that was on my level. It's like when you're in Nairobi, I feel like I'm back in London. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but here I can't live here. It's like I can't. It's just hard. You know what I'm saying? I can't explain, but it's just you don't feel like you belong here, basically.
Of course. And where's your mum and your sister? Are they still back in London?
Yeah, I got 4 sisters back in London and my mom, my uncles, and I got big family over there. But like because I smoke and we call it, you know, they kind of look down on me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to fix my life.
Same,
You know?
same.
I'll be a taxi driver for like a year or something, and then get some money and go back to Nairobi. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, and looking back at your time in England and that, do you have any regrets, or it was all sort of...
Like, yo, that fucking going to that party that night. You know what I'm saying? Apart from that, I obviously the sentence that, you know, that sentence is just too much. And you know what? In Bullen, one of the guys who searched for drugs and shit, one of the top guys,
Yeah.
he got me in the office and told me to snitch and basically tell him everything that's going on in Bullen, because I must know everything. So he's like, yo, and then we'll write a paper.
What, so you could stay?
Yeah, to the immigration, and we'll help you with the immigration. I'm like, fuck that, bro.
Fuck.
That's just the code, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I grew up with the code, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I loved you. You would have been snitching on me. You know, like, listen, you know, the only reason you accepted the deportation paper is because you were IPP, isn't it?
Yeah. It's 1%. My phone's 1%. It's about to die, bro.
Go and get a few hours sleep and we'll finish this off later when you've got to send back to Somalia. We'll do a few more minutes later, all right?
Alright, say no more.